Hey guys, Friday morning, September 2nd. Time to get back out in the woods. I know, 2 weekends in a row, a miracle. But I'm not going to be able to get out of here till like 2:30. Maybe an hour early. We're going to be heading up to Forest Road 179 and we're going to check out some more sites down there, see what it's all about. We'll enjoy ourselves for a weekend. Hope you can follow along. Thanks a lot. Alright gang, I made it. Late start working all day. We're up here at my original dispersed camping site on Forest Road 179. I'm going to have to break out the trimmer, clean the place up a little bit before I can set up. Then we'll get busy. Maybe dinner, maybe just a snack. Tomorrow for sure, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's a beautiful evening. So let me get this done and get set up. It's already going on 5:45, and then we got what, 2 hours of daylight left? So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do this. We're on. It's on. We'll be back there. Okay, I'm done. Looks much better, right? And I got a little trail back there. That's where we're gonna put the potty. That's like last time, back under the trees. There's a weed whacker. Who goes camping with a weed whacker? I do. Alright, so let me get this all parked and start setting up. Daylight's running short. Alright everybody, I'm pretty much set up for the night. It didn't take long. You get to it and you're done before you know it. I got the generator back there in the woods. I don't know if you can see the little path I cut in there for it. There it is. Water's ready for cleaning. Fridge is hooked up, chairs are out, Blackstone's hooked up. Did manage to get a crate to put my propane on because of the hose that comes with the Blackstone isn't long enough for the propane bottle to hit the ground on this table. So the crate not only acts as a carrier for the propane bottle in the car or the truck so it doesn't roll around, it's a place I can set it up on and have a better reach with the cable. I got the fire pit and some trash in it already, and that's my trash. And that was the last of my potty bags. So I'm going to have to make a call, or Amazon or somebody to get some more in here. So I'm going to sit out here for a while and have a drink, have some snacks. And before I do anything, I want to do a toast. And this is the Steve Wallace. Steve Wallace is Steve from Camping with Steve. He's the king of stealth camping. He's got thousands upon thousands of followers. He's a funny guy. And he had always talked about his beautiful wife, and it wasn't for her, he wouldn't be making videos. So apparently 2 weeks ago tomorrow, and I just heard this today, and I verified it on Steve's channel, him and his wife went to bed Saturday night, only he woke up Sunday morning. So it's a sad day. A beautiful wife will be missed. Steve is pretty tore up about it. Life goes on. He's not going to quit. I hope he doesn't quit. I enjoy his videos. If you haven't checked him out, check it out. It's Camping with Steve. He's up in Alberta, I believe. And he camps in some really strange places, like behind the sign for a mall, or behind a police station, or places like that. He's just pretty daring, pretty gutsy. So before I get to step 2, this is for beautiful wife. This is for Steve. God bless. You have all my sympathies. I'm sorry for your loss, man. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. I can't imagine. And I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. So, before I make this too much of a downer, that's all I got to say about that. And I did stop at, in case you didn't catch it earlier in the video, Lost in the Wilds Brewing, and picked up another American Pale Ale, because this is really good beer. I couldn't resist. And for those of you who watch me doing the driving part of the video, you notice I got stuck in a traffic jam, and that's another tragedy today. It's actually stupid. People should know better. Apparently there was a power line across Route 422 just west of Warren, Ohio. Someone stopped to move the line. They touched it. There we got now. So it was pretty enlightening, and I don't mean it humorously, but unfortunately that's what happened, and traffic was backed up for quite a while, which is another reason for the late start. But I did work till 1:30 today, and then a couple stops before I made my way out here. One was the Lost in the Wilds. Can't say enough about this beer or the nice people that work there. And in my last video I said it was by Leaper, and it is not. It's about a half a mile north of 322 in Clarion, Pennsylvania. So that's where it's at. I was wrong in my last video, which I haven't even finished doing yet, but you'll see. Because this is the first time I'm back-to-back weekends out here, and summer's fleeting, and it's Labor Day weekend, and where did it all go? I mean, you stay so busy that the time just flies by, and then you get to winter time, and it's just like a two-wheel drive in the mud, and it's like, man, this is never going to end, you know, because you're not as busy. But that's the name of that tune. We make the best of it. We still got a good couple months of weather for camping. Last year I was out till the weekend before Thanksgiving, I believe it was, November 20th. Maybe it was a weekend before, and that's when the video published, but it was in November. Out there on, I think it was Forest Road 259 by Kinzo Dam, 254. But yeah, it's still got a good couple months. The only thing is that we start getting into rainy season, and you do what you got to do, right? Alright, so on that note, I'm going to get on with my evening, sit here and enjoy some snacks. I'm going to attempt to cook corn on the cob on the Blackstone. I'm going to use my rack. I have to make something to hold the corner of the cob up off the cast iron griddle. Probably use some foil for that. Alright, we'll get back to you before we hit the sack. And we got breakfast burritos again tomorrow morning. I actually got some big tortilla shells, grande. It took me a while to find them at the store, but they were tucked away. So I did find the grandes, and we'll do the burritos again for breakfast. So if I don't get back to you tonight, I hope you all have a good night, and you're enjoying this. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and that's it. Good night, y'all. Well, there we go. Corn on the cobs are cooking. It's got a while to go yet, but it's my first try at doing this on the griddle. See how it works. Alright folks, corn is done. Looking good. Salted. Put a little bit of olive oil, spread a little olive oil on there, and ground some salt on it. And that's my dinner for tonight. Besides some snacks. We'll cook tomorrow. After this, I'm going to call it a night. I hope everybody had a good day, and I hope you have a fun and safe weekend on this holiday. The unofficial end to summer. So, enjoy it while you can. Good morning, ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages. Yeah, it's getting old. I'm up. It was a good night's sleep. Didn't get too cold, probably down around 60. I'm gonna make us some coffee, turn the generator off, and then we'll start working on the breakfast burritos. Like I said, I found the grande tortillas. Last week I was using the burrito size and that just wasn't big enough. So we'll get to the burrito shortly. But the most important thing is the coffee. So in case you hadn't noticed, I'm a coffee nut. And I'm going to be working on that right now. We'll get back to you guys. I just thought I'd put on a big mistake I made. I love French vanilla creamer. I love the Golden Grams limited edition creamer. And I love the Italian cream, sweet cream. And all I seen was this word was cream. And I did not see the coconut when I picked it up. So now I'm having tropical coffee this weekend with a coconut flair. That'd be the last time that happens. Remember, take your time. I'm telling myself that. Alright, I'm going to start cooking breakfast. Get some lights, a little bit more lights. Got some onions, jalapeno, and eggs. Small jalapenos, they were slim pickings at the grocery store. Got one for dinner tonight, one for breakfast this morning. They're tiny. And it should be enough. Get these seeds out of here. I should use a fork, but fingers will have to do. I hope everybody had a good night. It's been really quiet here. No, the weather is supposed to be nice. There is that chance of a pop-up storm, shower, because it's that time of year. It's not really humid. It's not that warm yet. I'm still out here in sweats and a hoodie, so give it some time. A couple of seeds, that won't hurt you. The onion. Again, if I was making soup, I'd save that, but I'm not. The bummer part is I forgot my Bluetooth speaker at home, so I got no tunes to listen to. And the crickets are singing, so that's fine. Gonna miss it in a couple months. Definitely gonna miss it in a couple months. I'm not a winter guy. Winter to me is painful. So we're planning a trip to Arizona in October. It'll be my third time there. And there's some things we missed that we want to get, let alone just being in warmer weather for a little bit and loving the area. So that in Florida. But Florida has a high cost of living, so looking at retirement options. And Arizona has the right climate. Sure, it might be in the 60s in January and February. Yeah, occasionally they get some snow. But for the most part, it doesn't stick around long unless you're up by Flagstaff and the Arizona Snow Bowl. A great skiing place. You can take a ski lift up in the fall to check out all the colors and the aspens, and just, it's beautiful. We went up at the end of it last time, so we did catch some color. I like onions, but this might be a little much. This is all cold, and I guess you're supposed to let your eggs stay out. Use them at room temperature. Alright. Again, there is a garbage can right there. I don't believe in littering. and I clean up after other people. And I can't believe how many people are actually pigs. So they leave their crap all over the place or hidden behind a tree. It's just unnecessary stuff. We'll grab a fork and I'll mix this up. Let's get that in front of the camera. I'll start the bacon and throw some eggs on there. I know there's a lot of people don't like jalapenos, especially for breakfast. But it'll pick you up. It'll warm you up. Not that it's cold. Like I said, I'm still in sweats and a hoodie, albeit a very thin hoodie. One of those $5 Cabela specials when you're walking the door in the bins, I guess. It works for me. You throw in some salt and pepper, and that'll be ready for the fire. And I'm a little bit more level this weekend than last weekend. So the cooking should go a little better. Not that it was bad. I managed. Again, I stay away from that pre-ground pepper stuff because it's already lost its flavor. You need to use a lot more of that. There's nothing like fresh ground. The taste is there. It's much better. Much better. There we have the eggs. I had a tilted bowl, but with my luck I'd have spilt it. And we come over here at the big tortilla shell. So yeah, that's going to fit nicely. We need to fire that up, get the bacon on there, and then the eggs. Alright, we'll work on the bacon. I just fired it up. What is that? Leftovers from last weekend. Like I said, it's unusual if I'm going out 2 weekends in a row. But then the wife always complains I bring home extra leftover food and it never gets eaten. So I'm making sure everything I brought home last week getting taken care of. I'm going to do a repeat of this tomorrow morning. I don't have anything to take home. Except maybe some garlic. Oh. And onion. And coffee creamer. The coffee creamer will go. It's never been not used. Maybe a few beers added to the refrigerator on the patio where all the leftover beer goes. So. Maybe a pizza. I brought 2 pizzas last weekend, but I ate late in the morning and I wasn't in the mood to eat pizza for lunch. Once this gets going, we'll get back to you. Alright, starting to get a little bit of sizzle. On low heat. Let's see which way the grease flows. I'm sure I'm not 100% level. But, come on, get off of there. Get off of there. One of these days I'll remember to bring my burger press and use it on the bacon. Keep it flat and not get that bacon neck effect like on a t-shirt. Your old cotton t-shirts that would look all bacony when it's around your neck, if you know what I mean. And I think I'm going to flip sides. Get some bacon grease on this side. Got something for the eggs to cook in. Well, if you need to prep your griddle, season your griddle, cook bacon and then cook more bacon. So it's a good way to season your griddle. A lot of people use different oils to do it, but bacon will do the trick. You always want to make sure you got that done before you go out in the woods, just to make sure it's done right. But we're getting there, and I like crispy bacon. A lot of people like the limp bacon. I'd rather cook as much of the fat out of there as I can, to the point where it's not burned and it's nice and crispy. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Alright, we're working on the bacon. I just fired it up. What is that? Leftovers from last weekend. Like I said, it's unusual if I'm going out 2 weekends in a row. But then the wife always complains I bring home extra leftover food and it never gets eaten. So I'm making sure everything I brought home last week getting taken care of. I'm going to do a repeat of this tomorrow morning. I don't have anything to take home. Except maybe some garlic. So. And onion. And coffee creamer. The coffee creamer will go. It's never been not used. Maybe a few beers added to the refrigerator on the patio where all the leftover beer goes. So. Maybe a pizza. I brought 2 pizzas last weekend, but I ate late in the morning and I wasn't in the mood to eat pizza for lunch. So once this gets going, we'll get back to you. Hey guys, you know, it's kind of funny. It's only, what, September 3rd? The leaves up here are already changing and falling from the trees. Is that a sign of an early winter? I don't know. It's kind of different. Last year we held on to leaves till, well, way in November. So, they're coming down. It is a bit of a breezy day today, but yeah. They are falling early. Alright, I drove down the road a little bit, maybe a quarter of a mile. And with the improvements, they put in a little pull-off, which someone has used as a campsite. Hey, it works. Especially with the lack of any traffic up here. So there's enough room to put a car in a tent or a small camper and have an enjoyable weekend. Wave at the one car that might drive by. So, yeah, we'll continue on our way. Well, you can see some of the remnants of the oiling days. I don't know if this is a newer stuff. It may be, but there's still a lot of remnants of older turn of the century stuff up here. So, don't quite know. Now this looks like a vent pipe. That's the only thing I could think that it is. There's another one behind me, a few hundred feet on the right side. This one's on the driver's side of my truck. So, but that's what it looks like, a vent pipe. It's curled over so water doesn't get in there. So we'll see what else we can find. Well, I think this answers the question, right? Nothing's been pulled out. Nothing's running, but it's not been removed from the lease land. So we'll turn back, head back to camp. There are a couple other sites I'll show you on the way back. A couple nice tent sites, another one that needs to be weed whacked and make another nice camp. But we'll get to them when we get there. Okay, that's the oil rig we were just looking at. And as I drove just a few feet further, came to a crossing the road, some tanks. There's actually an old truck sitting back over here. I think it's seen better days, but another pump as well. I don't know if the road is closed going that way. The forest road is still open. But that looks like where they would go in and set up their oil rigs. Yeah, that answers the question. This place has not been cleaned up after leases have been canceled, but not too much left open for camping either. And this is how they do. You can tell this has not been used in quite a long time. Everything's getting overgrown. Looks like there's a lightning strike back there. Hit that tree. But yeah, it's just they left everything in place. I wonder if they're thinking about coming back and starting up again. Guess only time will tell. And I guess 179 ends 500 feet of the oil rig. What's pretty cool is right behind me on the left there's some campers. So we got a couple nice big tents set up, a nice setup back there, and they're enjoying themselves. Yes, plenty of places to make camp out here. All for free. That's the best part. Plan accordingly. Spotted this from the road on the way in. Nice little tent site up here. Got a couple chunks of wood, nice fire pit. Got enough room for a tent or two, or just for a couple that want to get out for the weekend. Definitely work. We do have a parking area right out here, so there's room. Something to keep in mind if you want tent camp, or if that's what you do. Alright, here's another spur that's not on the maps. It's blocked and it's foot travel only, so you could park out here along the road, hike in there and set up your camp. We're on top of the hill, so there's plenty of flat ground to do that. So just another idea. Okay, this is the site I had mentioned that just well, you pull that dead wood out of there and you weed whack it and you got yourself a nice campsite. Plenty big, plenty of room, probably same thing like what I'm using, and doesn't look like anybody's ever used it as far as I can tell. Another idea. I must have missed this on the way in because I was concentrating on the equipment across from this spot that I have earlier in the video, and it looks like someone's been in here maintaining it because those tire tracks are pretty well fresh. Interesting when all the leases have been canceled, so we'll see what's going on. Or is it a bunch of BS? Who knows? There is a storage tank back in there. They're pumping it out of here through pipelines. So we shall see what the future holds. Alright, that was about it. There's a few choices down the road. I think there's 2 more coming in. Very old, not really well used. I've checked them out before. Probably 2 years ago when I checked them out. I know there's a small shooting range up there that's rarely used. At least I know that that one is there. I wouldn't camp there, so in general, there's some choices down the road. You want to take a chance. You can still get a small RV, teardrop trailer or overland trailer in the spot where those guys had their tent set up, as well as a couple other places. So I see my potty's been blowing over in the wind, and I have to go pick it back up. We'll be back to you. Thanks. Alright guys, gals, folks, I've been camping here for 3 years, and we have never had a proper fire ring up here, whether it was with my friend Jim or with Nuggy or anything. Never had a proper fire ring. So now I've collected some rocks and made a proper fire ring. I feel so proud. I accomplished something. Alright, let me explain something for some people that might not know. When I made this fire ring, and all these stones are sandstones, so you have to be really careful when building fire with sandstones. Sandstones are very porous. They will soak up water, and when you heat them up, they could blow up. Most times they just crack, but I've seen them pop too. And yeah, you'll know it when it happens. So if you're going to throw sandstones into a fire, yeah, better not. So if you're using them for a ring, as long as you don't have a direct fire on it, too much heat near it, it should be okay. But just a word of warning, sandstone's not the best idea for a fire ring. Hey guys, I'm going to start getting some dinner ready, at least prepping. It's going to be cheese tortellini and shrimp again. I know, I made it 3 times this summer, trust me, I know. I walked in the grocery store Thursday to buy stuff to make, and my mind went blank on what to make for dinner. I had breakfast covered, I had lunch covered, and I didn't even eat my pizza again, 2nd week in a row. So, been dragging that around. I'll eat it eventually, maybe Monday since we're off, it's a holiday. But for dinner, I couldn't think of anything, and it's like, what did I like? Okay, I like the tortellini and shrimp. So I'm going to zip through that when I make it. Not when I make it, but when I do the video, I'll put that in fast forward. I know it's a lot. I'm going to start prep work now, so all I got to do is cook the tortellini later. I've already started draining the shrimp because it was still a little bit frozen, so just getting ready for it. So stick around, stand by. If you want to see how I made it without it going fast forward, you have to go back 3 weeks ago to when I was at that shooting range, and there I recorded the whole thing. There were people that asked for the recipe, so it was easier just to record it and let them write it down, or change it how they wanted to, however you want to make it. So we'll get back to you. Alright folks, I started boiling the tortellini. Time to get the veggies on here. Start getting them going. And then we can throw a shrimp on. And the tortellini. Look at that. That's pretty cool, huh? I think I need my fork. Next one. Bad boys over here. I tell you guys, it really smells good. There's our shrimp. In case you didn't hear me, yes, there will be leftovers. There's tortellini. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We need to put a little bit of salt and pepper on here. We're about done. I'm going to get a dish. Sure beats last night corn on the cob, although that corn on the cob was actually pretty good. Gotta tell you, it was pretty good. Alright, here we go. How's it look? Pretty good? Edible? For sure. Alright, I'm gonna go enjoy, and we'll say goodbye, or good night. It's gonna be an early night tonight. So we gotta straighten some stuff up just in case it rains, and go in and watch a movie or two before we fall asleep. Oop. There's a heck of a nice zoom on this camera. It's a Sony CX405. It runs around 200 bucks and it's HD. It's not 4K, but it's 1080. So I don't really do anything in 4K. It takes up a lot of memory and it takes up a lot of computer power when you're processing the videos. So I leave it at 1080-60, and if I need to cut the speed down for slow motion to 1080-30, it works pretty good. And I'll leave it at that. 4K. Hey guys, another good weekend here in the A&F. The weather's held out. Pop-up storms never made it here, although who knows what's going to happen overnight or tomorrow. So we'll be paying attention to that and packing up leaving early, I hope. I always say that, it never happens. We found a couple new places to camp on down the road. One is pretty much the same as this. The others were basically tent camping. I'm sure you could probably squeeze an overland trailer in where those boys were, or men, whomever, with the tents way back at the end. But yeah, it seems the mining stuff is still left here, so there's no extra sites back in there. It's unfortunate. So, I don't know what my plans are. 3 weeks I gotta go to Denver. My daughter's moving home. She lives in Denver and she's moving back. She bought a new 2023 Kia. And she does have my other camper out there. When she went to have the hitch put on that they quoted her at the time of purchase, they told her it wasn't available for 6 months. And I've looked, I can't find one. And she doesn't have anybody to put it on even if we did find one. So here comes Dad to the rescue. I'll be driving out to Denver, picking up that camper and coming right back. It's 4 days, boom. And it's about wipes out my vacation time till 10th of October when it gets all renewed again. So that's what I'll be up to. The next trip out that's planned is the second weekend of October. That's Halloween weekend at Punderson State Park in Ohio. And hope we see some cute kids dressed up in costumes. Last couple of times they were adorable. It was fun. Great decorations. So it was a good time. So here's to another good weekend. I hope I can squeeze another 1 or 2 in before the end of the season. Nice and warm. Again, I want to give a good word out to Lost in the Wilds Brewing. They make a great beer down Route 66. And I did pick up another beer that's labeled an IPA. And I said I wasn't going to do that anymore because they all started to taste the same and very, very hoppy. But I just like the can. Neon Beer Hug. And it's made by Goose Island Brewing, Goose Island Beer in Chicago. But then when I look closer on the can, it says India Pale Ale. So is it an IPA or an India Pale Ale? We'll find out. %7 alcohol by volume, huh? That is pretty good, and it's not really that hoppy. I'm surprised. They're going to list it as an IPA. It's not really that hoppy. So with that, I'm going to bid you all adieu. I'm going to go put some more wood on the fire since it's dying. And finish this beer and pack up and head to bed. Hope you all have a good night and a safe holiday weekend. Remember to take care of the land. Top of the morning, folks. Happy Sunday. Labor Day weekend. Where does the time go? Gotta get some coffee going. Get some breakfast going. 7:30. I'm gonna have to get out of here. I did cover up the generator last night and pulled some stuff in. We did get a sprinkle middle of the night. Nothing major. Chairs are already dry. I should have brought them in. But as long as the rain holds off, I can get packed up and out of here. I will do that. So let me get to the coffee. I already have my meds. I was busy watching Scarface. They kept talking about the Colombians and cocaine. I kept thinking about Colombians and coffee. So, yep, my love of coffee. We're going to go with the Death Wish again. It'll pick me up. We'll get back to you when it's breakfast time. Alright, breakfast is made. Just got to roll it up and eat it. Clean stuff up. Pack up and get the heck out of here before the rains hit. So, be a little bit of a rush, but we'll get it done. That's something I'm going to enjoy for sure. Bacon, eggs, cheese. Beautiful. Let's get you one more shot of that wrapped up. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. We'll get back to you right before we head out of here. Hey ladies and gents, boys and girls, peeps. Weekend's come to an end. Everything's about packed up other than the rug and the canopy. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's raining. Perfect timing, right? But shouldn't take me long to pack these last 2 things up and get on out of here. I don't know if I'll do any filming from the road, but it's been a good weekend. Checked out some additional sites. Built a fire ring. That was cool. Jason putzed around. Ate good, that's for sure. So until next time, if I get something interesting on the road to Denver and back, I'll be sure to share it. Hope you all are good. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the land. Remember, it's here for your kids and your grandkids, your great-grandkids. We'll be talking to you next time. Like and subscribe. And thank you very much. God bless.